Hello and welcome to part number 3 of how to ruin a half decent Lego city. Now in this upload the plan of attack is we need that strip orange. We're going to do that. I've got to touch that bit up, which means this will need to move. So the roller coaster's got to move, the Jurassic Park's got to move. This is obviously part number 3, so there are 2 parts in front. That is currently soaking wet, that's wet, that's still drying, and the yellow is, well, we're umming and ahhing about that because I haven't actually seen it back yet. So thinking minifigure yellow it needs to be, but they haven't got the correct yellow at the moment, so we'll just bear with that at the moment. Now, I need to get this off, get that first coat on, and then hopefully it will dry within the day. And then I can put the second coat on, and then within this upload as well, all of this stuff will then go back. So this can then go back to exactly how it is. So there's lots and lots to look at and lots to smash coming up within this video. So this is very much going to be a case of what set's going to get dropped and smashed video rather than painting, because it is literally just that strip I need to paint on this one. And then the fourth and final part will be that back wall. So that back wall will be nice and exciting, but there's a lot to move within this. There's some big sets to move, so we'll get on with it straight away. The Jurassic Park gates need to move and the roller coaster needs to move. So I guess if I got you down there and tipped you up ever so slightly, we can just crack on and go. So if I can, without breaking this, because I need to get up, jump up and get that back bit sorted. So luckily the Jurassic Park set is very sturdy, so that's absolutely fine. This one, however, is an absolute pain, and I'm going to have to move you because you're going to go exactly. So are we going to break something very early on? And obviously I've got to put all of this back, which is not going to be fun, and it's damaged already because I damaged it yesterday because the tracks actually came apart ever so slightly. So, oh dear. I just hope I got the length on the table to do it. So we're going to go just in front of the Jurassic Park gate. Oh, just. It will do. It's not ideal, but it will do. So those two are over. And what I can do is just move these now over and out of the way. Just put that one there. I'm worried that T-Rex is actually going to fall over, to be honest. I don't particularly want that to fall over. We did a load of damage in episode number 1. Upload number 2 was very much a case of waiting for paint to dry. And we can really crack on with this. Now I wonder, will he stay stuck? One cool T-Rex, but I am going to have to move him completely. And yes, that is a minifigure in his mouth. So we will stand him up. He stands up really well, actually. He does stand up well up. He's a big old thing, but you can see how small he is next to the roller coaster, just like that. So we've got all of that has dried, that orange. I just need to touch it up, which is what I can do within this bit. So that is basically done. That wasn't too bad. So what I will do is I've got to climb up behind the Daily Bugle bits and pieces, which is always going to be nice and emotional, because I probably will end up dropping some bits and pieces, but I will get the first coat of orange on this now, see what it looks like, and then figure out exactly what can go where with regards to moving stuff back, and then just go from there. But hopefully this will go on quick enough. It's going to need 2 coats, but I think outside is now finally starting to warm up a little bit. That's why this is taking so long to dry. So you know the troubles that I've been having over the last couple of uploads, but we will see what's what. But we'll get that orange and I'll catch back up once it's been painted. So that is the first coat of orange done. Got to do some little bits and pieces on the blue. We'll see how quickly this dries. If not, you'll catch back up with me in a day or 2, and then we'll figure out exactly what we can do next. And that is the blue done. I put the Ninjago bit up in the boat across just to see what it looks like from here. So hopefully it doesn't look too bad. So what I am going to do is hopefully you can get a bit of a better view of the room now. Is you've got to put some bits and pieces back. So we'll start doing that top shelf. You can see where it's still dark. It's not wet. It's just cold. It's not wet to touch as such, so I don't have to worry about the paint getting on the Lego, so it's absolutely fine. That still needs a second coat, so we can do that no problem. Once that's had its second coat, it's higher up, I know that's just going to take its second coat and it'll be done. that means that can go straight back over as long as it doesn't touch the orange, and then we can start getting all of the little bits and pieces back. So over the next couple of sort of segments within this video, we will have all of these little bits and pieces back, and then I'm not going to touch absolutely everything in. I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing with the yellow. But if we can get a lot of this tidy, it then means this table will become free for the wall that's directly behind me, which means we can move the Joker Manor, the fan, we can get the Daily Bugle and everything over and out the way, which then means I can then start attacking the other bit. But this is the first time I've actually stood back and had a look. I think it looks okay. Hopefully you guys agree. So obviously I'll be doing the unboxing videos and stuff basically from about that's what you'll be seeing. So yeah, hopefully it'll be worth all the effort. But the green is starting to dry now, so that's starting to look quite nice, I think. So that's a nice vibrant green. The wall it is what it is. I can't do much more with the blue, so it still looks a little bit patchy. I can't do anything else because it's just all starting to crumble away. So we will just sort of maybe wait until it's a lot warmer, get a little bit closer to the summer, and then I might try and take a smaller paintbrush to it and just dab away. The problem I've got is a lot of brick dust and everything's falling off on that one, so that's not ideal. Obviously what I will do is we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that brick. The boat's obviously hiding it, the gardens will come to the other side. That brick might just be on show for a little while, but we will figure it out. But we've got all of these sets to put back, so everything that's on this table we will get back in a second. But what I will do is I'll move the Ninjago gardens and the dock first, and hopefully the dock will cover that bit, and then we'll be laughing, and then we can then just get everything moved and get everything installed. Right, so we're going to have to do what we did last time with regards to this, because it won't fit any other way because of the ceiling height. At least where you are, you can sort of see some of these bits and pieces go back. It's a bit of a reach, but I'll hold it like a big pizza and just hope I don't drop it. And then we can see exactly what that looks like. And if we do like the yellow, obviously I need to put a second coat of yellow on, which will be easy enough to do. It's not had its second coat yet, but like I said, I've not put that on because I'm not 100% sure if we're going to keep it that colour. So get the dock up and over, and I'm hoping that will cover that brick. I mean, I'm sure we can make it cover that brick. It's not the best, oh my days, the best solution, but from where you are, I think that might work. What does it look like through the camera? It doesn't look too bad, does it? I think the sets look really nice, bright and vibrant on there actually. Those colours pop against that blue. So that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping really bright, vibrant colours, and then the actual sets themselves will pop off as well. So I will tidy this up. I'm not going to bore you moving all those again for the 5th and 6th time. And then you'll catch back up with me when it is time to get that bottom strip in and pushed in. Change of plan for the 15th time today. So this stuff actually now needs to move. We're going to put it in front of the blue, not make sure the blue doesn't actually get touched. That way I can actually get the next coat on, because that is actually starting to dry. So by the time this is moved and I've sorted out some other bits and pieces, I can then put the second coat on. Okay, space has been made ready for the second coat. It's a completely different day. Excuse the face, very, very tired now. Second coat, we need to go on the orange, and then what that will allow me to do is all of this mess will be able to get put back within this upload. Now the blue is still damp from the last couple of days. Now the green is almost dry from its big second coat, and that was done on Thursday, and it is now Monday. So this is day number 8. So we want to get this done. I want to get it all tidy today, which will allow me to start that back wall project, which I've started to do some little bits and pieces with, just to see how it will dry and everything else, to try and speed things up a little bit. But we've got to get this done by end of day today, because I actually fly off to Billund this week. It's -8 currently at Heathrow, and all the flights have been cancelled this morning. So not a great start to a Monday morning, but we will figure it out as we go. Like I said, all of this now needs to be put back once this has had its second coat. So I will catch back up with you once I've had that second coat put on. Now, as you can see, it is not the easiest thing to put on. Yes, I am in shorts, because my trousers that I've got stink, so I can't put them on. So I just want to get this done nice and quickly, and then we do not have to worry, because this will just need 2 coats and then it will dry splendid. And just like that, that is coat number 2 done. So the green is done. That's absolutely splendid. We're still umming and ahhing about that yellow. We'll figure that out by the time it's all uploaded. And that is on. So now I will get changed because I am rather fresh. I need to put some more layers on, more hoodies, jackets and stuff. That's stuff that I don't have to worry about getting paint on because everything is dry bar that. Then the first thing that we need to move is we need to remove the roller coaster back over. Jurassic Park gates go over, they go into this side. Diner has to move, and then Apocalypseburg and all that sort of stuff will go over on that table, and then everything that is on here will then go against the back blue wall. So at least this horseshoe will be completely done and tidy by the time that's done. And then, fingers crossed, we can then start part number 4. I can move the bits and pieces off that green unit, pull it back, and then just see what's what. But everything that's underneath the T-Rex where it's all dark, that's done to that end of that table. And obviously I've then got to just sort out everything in that corner, but that can be done off camera probably at a later date because it's just too cold, which is really annoying. Yes, I could have done it in the summer, but then it would have been biblically hot at the same time, and I want to get this done to make the videos look a little bit better than what they were. So Ninjago is in, we don't have to worry about that. We'll get the rest of the bits and pieces done, but first off, I will get changed because I am a tad on the fresh side in shorts. Right, this should be very interesting. I need to get all of these bits and pieces moved. I need to get this one over first, so it's going to be a lot of moving around. Again, keep that tally chart going of what gets smashed. This is hopefully the final push with regards to this. To be honest, with the time that I've got and needing to get the next coat of paint on there, I'm just tempted to throw all of this back and then just tidy it up better at a later date because it's all got to go in a specific way and it's an absolute nightmare. But if I can do it, I will. If not, it is what it is. So this is the two or three important ones because this will clear up the space on this table. Because obviously this was never the plan, so if you did watch the first couple, you'll understand what the issue has been. I can't remember which way it went in. I think it went in like this. I think. He says, which is stuck on my arm. This went in at the angle. I'm sure it went in this way. Yeah, it did. So that needs a little bit of repairs on. The good thing is that won't touch the orange, so that's fine. The white's not been done, so that can just be thrown out. That's good. That can then just be thrown in at the angle as well. No, it can't. Figure it out. We will figure it out. That's the tree broken. It's worse when you try and rush, isn't it? You just end up breaking everything. If you go a little bit slower, it's not as bad, but when you go quick. Alright, Jurassic Park gates, you've not yet let me down. All good, apart from the top. Yep, perfect. There we go. Good old gates, so they'll get tied up. At least that's over on that side. Got the T-Rex to come over. That needs to go over on that. I've got a pub cub that I knocked over on the floor. I'm too lazy to pick it up, so I am currently standing on the big sort of acid green bricks. I've got all of these, look. All of these on the floor, which I'm just too tired, too lazy to move. Right, T-Rex. Do like that. Mr. Lego King, your sig fig is still being chomped. Oh, if that can just stand there. Perfect. Nothing's touching the orange. Good. This is where it gets a little bit fruity now. Right. So the first thing is the cantina. If I just put it back there or thereabouts, the same roughly. That's why we did it this way, just because it was much quicker to put it back than what we were doing it with last time. Open it up the right way would be helpful. There we go. I remember that bit went there. That bit went beside it. And then there's another bit somewhere that there it is. that we threw up at the top. And then we had some other food, didn't we? Apocalypseburg is next. Let's have a, like I said, I'm not putting it in neat and tidy, I'm just throwing it in, and then I'll tidy it all up off camera, otherwise it's just going to take so long to get back. But these units are so big, but there's so much to move. I am going to devour something. Splendid. That is the... See, this... Little things like this boat have always annoyed me. The set that I've never got on with, just because that's just too big really, that on the base. So I don't know whether to actually have that as an in, get rid of it, sell it. I don't know, because there's two pieces and we are using one bit for the top at the park. Ghostbusters Firehouse needs to move, Waterfall needs to go over to this side. Thrown over here and dealt with later. That's not a very good place to put that. The diner is over there. This is the issue I've got now. I'm gonna have to move everything like three times. If I get the Ghostbuster Firehouse just out of the way and then focus on that back table, it doesn't matter what we do with this, because this is going to be our potential sort of throwback land as such. But I just want everything that you're propped on over. These have got really delicate bases, and I have got the Harry Potter castle just down here and a couple of other boxes stuck around my legs. I'll just throw that one there for now. And we'll get this back wall done. I suppose what I can do in part 4, while the paint's drying, that's what I do, is I'll sort out either side. It's just going to take too long otherwise. So we'll get this bit done in here, and then when that's drying, I can come back over to this side and do either or. But we've still got problems with brick dust falling down, even though it's all been painted. It's still popping through the holes, which is really annoying. At times I've used a dustpan and brush and tried to seal it, it's not gone well. Not that you can tell, but that has now been swept. So I think that colour does look really nice with those modulars. It'll be very interesting to see what they all look like when they're put back. Now, I have got a bit of a issue mentally and within this room, is I have had a change of heart with regards to the placement of the Ghostbuster Firehouse, because as a bit of a tribute to the Lego house, they have the Ghostbuster car outside of the, going down to the haunted house section. So if I can refit the Ghostbuster Firehouse back in, I'll put it on this main street. If not, what I might do is I might have the Ghostbuster car by the haunted house section, and then have our Ghostbuster Firehouse with all the other haunted sets. It's just that that set is so big, and some of the others are so big, it's really going to eat up into the space of the table. So the problem is that we've not looked at it that way, because I put the corner garage in there and I thought that looked really clean and smart as well. So I'll put all of the modulars back, see what space we've got, then see if I can quickly slot that in any of the gaps. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think I will use the car with the haunted house bits and pieces. So yeah, we'll see what's what. So the next bit that you're going to see is all of this put back. And that is that for that sort of strip. We have got a 32 by 32 base plate and a bit to go for space. Not sure what to do with that. I don't know if we can just leave that in, and then we've got a bit down where it can go into the next section where all the smaller idea sets are. I'm tempted actually just to put the much smaller like sets like these actually over in that corner, but the big tree house I might pull out and put somewhere else with the A-frame and actually make a holiday village. So I think the Winnie the Pooh and the Flintstones make sense side by side as a small children's area, mixed in with all of the much smaller sets like this, and that will be perfect on that little gap just on there, I think. And like I've always been saying, that the Ghostbuster Firehouse is a ride anyway. So that would be one ride for this section. And then you've got another ride for the haunted section, which is the drop tower. And then you've got a ride here for that. And then the Ninjago bit's just all bonus stuff. So I think that might work. I think that might work quite well. And then we've got all the bits and pieces over there to sort out and tidy up. That table is now completely clear, which is fantastic. I'm slowly starting to wake up, which is brilliant. But we do have a 32 by 32 base plate of space. So do I put a different modular in there? Do I leave it free for something? There's options, isn't there? I think if I just put a 32 by 32 base plate there, leave a little bit of space, see what's what. I don't think it looks swallowed and lost there. This is something I didn't want to be doing in the painting, moving stuff, but I just think that's too big for the sort of He-Man collab upload that I said about doing. It still wants to go ahead, but I think that modular is too big. But it does look really nice there, because you can see for the first time like the side of the building and the front of the building, and all the stuff that overhangs doesn't actually now lose any space. And you've got the walkway down on the other side, so you've got all the ladders on the other side, so you can get 3 photos of it that way. And then you've got the rooftop to mess around with. So yes, I am going to keep that there for now. Let us know if you think that's a good idea. I've never been happy with the front. I've never done the front properly. That will be sorted out, maybe, well, it will have to be in a completely different upload where we are tinkering with that. But what I'll do now is I'll get the bits in the corner, so you can have a quick look at that. Then I will get the bits and pieces up off the floor, and then that'll be it and done for this section and this upload. But all going well, it's starting to take shape. Super quick look of what is going to go over there. Under construction Ferris wheel, and then we've got a couple of these minifigures. That cool little thing. We'll put the popcorn over there. We've got the balloon, see the Winnie the Pooh, and now we can add the Flintstones in. So we'll get that over there now. So I just scratched the surface, but the sets are going back in. Don't forget, most of these are actually going to have to be pulled back out again to actually base plate everything, which is going to be rubbish. But this is what it's looking like currently. I think it works. I think it looks so nice. We'll get all the vehicles and things added at a slightly later date. As I'm doing part number 4, figure out what we're actually going to do with the front just there, because obviously where the Ghostbuster Firehouse was, we did have the other part of the boat. But if I am going to make a holiday village, I actually do need that other half of the boat for the Legoland holiday accommodation, because they are very heavily pirate themed, as well as the A-frame cabins and also the camping vehicles. So need to think about where that's going to go, but that'll be a completely different conversation for a different day. But if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments below, because potentially I could swing a table around and add another table in and just have that as a whole thing maybe. But we'll figure it out as we go. But for this is where we're at currently. Paint is drying. This top bit is in very, very rough and ready. I will tidy all this up on camera, and we will just see what is what. But all of that is, obviously you can see in. This will be, I think we're going to board this up, and this could be the start of our horror section, just because it's a pretty cool thing. Or we can just use it as a gift shop or something. I'm not too, because I wanted to do like a nautical type display with the lighthouse and some of the bits and pieces, but I just don't think we're going to, need to be realistic about it. I don't think it's going to work. It will stay there for now. It might move. I think those modulars look all right as they are. Got to figure out what we're going to do with that 32 by 32. The road will then stop, and then we've got to figure out how we're going to connect that down in that corner. But we will get there. But luckily the Stranger Things went in absolutely fine. Got it in exactly how it went in before. No, it's not touching the orange paint, so it's fine. And then in part number 4, I will tidy up all of this as the first colour starts to dry, and then as the second colour starts to dry, we'll make an attack on the side of this table. I'm just conscious how long this has gone on for, because like I said, this has gone on for days and days, and I've got all the files on different memory cards, which is really, really annoying, but it is what it is. But guys, that is it. I am done. So if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed me absolutely trashing everything. Now the 4th one might be a long one, because it's all going to be done in 4 parts. I'm going to try and start to crack on with that in an hour or so, once I sort some of the bits and pieces out. So fingers crossed I'll be able to get it done, but we will see. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.